Welcome to the 5-Minute Legal Master Series, where expert attorneys help you master important legal topics. Today, board-certified creditors' rights and business bankruptcy attorney Robert S. Bernstein discusses the Bankruptcy Code.
I'd like to talk about the Bankruptcy Code generally and describe what it is, why it is, and how to navigate through it. The Bankruptcy Code is a federal statute. It's Title 11 of the United States Code. It is therefore applicable to all states, all people. It's uniform. The areas that make it non-uniform are that it involves state law to the extent of lien law. Liens are created under state law, and exemptions. Exemptions can be state exemptions or federal exemptions. I'll speak about that more in a moment. The code is set up in chapters 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, and 15. 1, 3, and 5 are the administrative chapters. What the court is, what the rights of creditors are, what the rights of a trustee are. The important chapters, and the chapters that most people hear about, are chapters 7, 9, 11, 12, and 13. Let's take the easy ones first. Chapter 7 is the straight liquidation bankruptcy. Normal bankruptcy, straight bankruptcy, liquidation bankruptcy. It's where the debtor, the person who owes the money and is filing the bankruptcy, takes his or her non-exempt assets, delivers them to a trustee appointed by the court. The trustee turns those into dollars and then distributes them to creditors according to a statutory priority. It's pretty simple. Now, some Chapter 7 cases, there are no non-exempt assets, so there's no money. Those are called no asset cases. But the basic idea of a 7 is liquidate it, turn it into money, give it to creditors. And 11 is the business reorganization chapter. We hear that big companies, airlines, hotels, manufacturers who file bankruptcy always file first in Chapter 11. Chapter 11 gives the debtor, the company that owes the money, the opportunity to propose a plan to restructure its debts over time. It gives it some breathing room. Chapter 11, we have a lot of separate publications and videos on Chapter 11, but that's the basic idea of Chapter 11. Chapter 13 is a wage earner reorganization for an individual who has a regular income to propose a plan to pay its creditors over time. Chapter 12 is very much the same as Chapter 13, but has some special protections for family farmers. Again, giving that farmer an opportunity to pay its creditors over time. Chapter 9, which we're hearing more about these days, is a municipal reorganization. Cities, most recently Detroit, filed a Chapter 9 bankruptcy. Very special rules. Can't even begin to address that right now, but just know it's there. And Chapter 15 is for the relationship between U.S. bankruptcies and foreign bankruptcies. It implements foreign bankruptcy proceedings in the U.S. if there are assets here, or it allows a company here to sort of export its bankruptcy to another country. The important thing is that in every case other than a Chapter 7, whether it works or not will depend on how it compares to a liquidation. Mostly all of those other chapters, in order for its reorganization plan to be implemented by the court, it has to give the creditors more than they would get on liquidation, more than they would get on Chapter 7. So it's important to know what those chapters are. There's a lot more meat that goes on those bones, and we have in this 5-Minute Legal Master series, we have a number of videos on the Bankruptcy Code. I would recommend them to you for more detail.
You've just heard the 5-Minute Legal Master, where expert attorneys help you master important legal topics. For more information on this and other topics, please visit 5minutelegalmaster.com.